What's going on? Happy winning Wednesday, everyone. Happy winning Wednesday. I think I might like doing Wednesday nights instead. This doesn't feel, this just feels like it's natural to do it on a Wednesday for me. So hopefully it feels like that for you. Come on in. Come on in, come on in. I am super excited about today. Because yeah, I am super excited about today. Listen, there's been a whole lot of news. I'm pretty sure plenty of you have gotten the notification sent to your phone. You have seen some stuff from different podcasts, people that you are following, and just hearing a whole bunch of stuff about this tariff, y'all. Man, listen, the tariffs talk is no joke. But you know what we can do as traders, we can position ourselves so that we can make sure that we have more money coming in. We can offset some of the higher expenses that comes with these trade wars and whatnot. So yeah, let's get ready to get into it. As you all are coming on, do me a favor and number one, give the thumbs out, give the thumbs up to this particular live, and then also make sure that you share, y'all, because sharing is caring. Okay, sharing is caring. So you want to make sure that you are sharing the live stream, right? Plus, make sure that if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, you do so. Okay, if you have not subscribed to this channel, do so immediately, because I want to make sure that you are a part of the community, and also press the notification bell. There's a bell on here. You press that notification bell so that way you know when we are live, or when I am live in particular. Okay, so let's get ready to get into what we're talking about tonight when it comes to trading in the foreign exchange market. Y'all remember that trading and investing in any market can contain substantial risk and is not suited for every individual. Every trader and investor learns and performs differently, thus the results will not all be the same. There is a potential for a trader and investor to lose all or more than their initial investment due to numerous factors. Therefore, it is suggested that each trader and investor only invest money that can be lost without jeopardizing their financial security and or lifestyle. Remember, y'all, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a licensed trader. I don't work with or for the CFTC. I see you, bub. Oh, yeah. Um, and I'm only sharing information based on educational purposes for you, the viewer, to do your own research. Remember that all traders and investors that utilize any strategies discussed on this channel, services and products shown on this channel, will do so at their own risk. All right. Again, this information is being provided for educational purposes only. So let's talk about last week. Actually, no, because we did last week. This week so far. So I switched it up a little bit, and I did do the I did do like a little markup, not a little markup, but I did do a markup on Monday. Let me cut this down some because I feel like I'm yelling. I hear the music in the background, but I'm like, there we go. All right, cool. So yeah, so I did the markup on Monday. So I'm doing something different. Okay, I'm testing it out, right? I'm testing the waters. How do I do this? Why is this not working? There you go. Okay. So I'm testing the waters and I'm looking to see how this is going to work out. So I marked up on Monday and then I just uploaded the markup, right? So that way when we get on here on Wednesday, it's just pretty much a review and then adjusting as we see fit, right? So far this week, gold did go up, and it also sold a bit. So what happened first was there was a sale. That was 423 pips, and then it went up into a buy between yesterday and today. It went up into a buy for over 200 pips. All right, so it actually hit our first take profit for the sale, and then it went up into the buy, and it hit like our second at that time when I saw it, our second take profit point for the buy. USDJPY, that's actually a full out sale. That one went down over 200 pips as well. And all of these things actually, especially with gold, the movement occurred because of the tariffs today. That buy happened because of the massive tariff talk that was going on today. So yeah, I'm gonna show y'all that in a second. And then SPS 500, it had not actually cleared when I did these slides. It had not cleared the sell area that we were looking for, and it didn't clear the buy area that we were looking for. So it was pretty much playing in between those two. So when I did it, it actually was buying at the time, but again, it still hadn't hit the buy area, right? Well, we needed to break and close. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show that here in a second because I want everyone to see it. So as of right now, with the analysis that we've been doing for the month of April, last week, all three hit the areas that were designated on this live market analysis. And then so far, gold and USDJPY both have hit the areas that we have designated. Not all of them, but a few of them. SPS 500 hadn't at the time when I did these slides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to share my screen so we can look at where it was and then go from there. Okay. So we should be seeing, everyone should be seeing SPX 500 right now. SPX 500 should be on my screen. I'm going to make this a bit wider. So this is from Monday when I marked it up in the morning, right? So this is the break and close area here. This was the previous day high at that time. So we were looking for price to break and close above this. As you can see here, this line is showing that this is when the president of the United States announced the 90-day pause on those tariffs on certain countries. So what happened in the market? Everybody got excited because they're like, oh, thank God. Sigh of relief. And so prices of different companies, their share prices started to go up. And I'm happy because I'm investing in SPX as well, S&P 500 as well. So I was like, oh, thank you, God. But it finally did hit our take profit one for the buy. So yay. So that means all three trades have actually hit the areas that were designated on this live market analysis, right? So we have the take profit one has been hit as of now, right? The top of this hour, that's when it hit. And then also let's go to gold so you can see it. So this is Monday. So actually Monday morning, it hit the take profit one for the sale twice. It came into this area twice. So it hit in here. It got close to the take profit two. Then it pushed up and then came back and hit it again before it took off. So it actually started buying prior to the tariffs. And I meant to say the sale happened. Like prices dropped for gold when the president announced that it was going to be 90-day hold on the sale. I mean, the tariffs, right? For certain countries. But it's been buying since that point. Okay. And so we saw price did hit originally prior to this, it hit take profit two, which is what I saw when I did the slides. And then, of course, it has hit take profit three after that. Okay. So we still have one more profit area that hasn't been hit, but nonetheless, listen, 3 out of 4 is pretty good, right? So that's where gold is at. And then also USDJPY is next. So USDJPY, this was Monday when I marked it up. This was the buy area that we were looking at for break and close above it, right? And then USDJPY, the break and close for the sale was this previous month low here. So price did push down to that. And it hit all 4 of the take profit areas designated. And then, of course, today, when that news happened about the pause, the 90-day pause on those tariffs, then we saw USDJPY skyrocket pretty much. Like it went from that take profit 4 sale area and surpassed that and actually got close to the break and close area for our buy. It didn't quite hit it though, but it got close. So those were the 3 that I marked up on Monday and I posted here on YouTube. So if you want to, you can go back and look at it. So that way you know, if somebody wants to check and be like, did she really have this? Yes, I did. I actually had these areas marked up. Okay, so stop sharing. And let's go back to this. Let's talk about tariffs for those of us in the foreign exchange market. Okay, tariffs in the foreign exchange market. So this trade war is going to continue to move on, whether we like it or not. So China announced today, well, not today, but China did announce that there will be an 84% tariff on U.S. imports. That takes in effect tomorrow, Thursday, April 10th. And this is after the U.S. president imposed a 104% tariff on Chinese goods entering into the United States, right? And on top of that, I did see this because I was reading the articles and it was live, like updating and everything. So the EU has voted to impose tariffs on some U.S. imported goods, but they're doing theirs in kind of like phases, right? So they're going to start on April 15th. And then some other goods are going to be hit with other tariffs on May 15th and then again December 1st. So they're kind of spacing theirs out. There's a whole plan behind it because, you know, honestly, as I was reading, Europe has like a lot to lose in a sense. So we got to make sure, well, they're making sure that they kind of tread lightly in a sense, but still make sure that the United States knows that they mean business at the same time. So, you know, not here to take on anyone's side or anything like that. What we want to do is make sure that as traders, we are aware of where the money is going to be, where the volatility may be, and also keeping in mind, like if we're conservative traders, then there are certain things that we may want to minimize trading. Or if you know you're an aggressive trader, there are some things that you're like, nah, I really want to trade that, right? So a couple of things, there are some of these currency pairs and indices and whatnot, they will be significantly impacted with these tariff wars, trade wars that are going on. Of course, EUR/USD. So if you are trading anything paired with the US dollar, and then of course with the euro paired with US dollar, then yes, you may see more movement happening that. I'm actually going to look at it in a second because I'm curious to see how it moved today during when the president announced that it was going to do that, the 90-day, you know, pause and hold and suspension on the tariffs on certain countries, right? GBP USD, same thing. USD CAD, which I've already mentioned before, because Canada was already on the list earlier on in the beginning of the tariff talks, right? And then also gold. Why? Because the investors are using this as a hedge against inflation. So just like you saw, gold had already started buying leading up to these tariffs. And then when that whole the 90-day pause happened, what did you see gold do? Investors was like, oh, okay, you know, so there was a bit of a sale, but guess what? It went right back into what it's doing because it doesn't matter. A lot of things are imported here in the United States from China and Taiwan and whatnot. So you're still going to see a lot of companies raising their prices on these different products because a lot of things are coming from China, Taiwan, and of course Canada, and so on and so forth, right? And let's see, I said silver as well. You, like I said, just expect for these things to start to rise a bit. These two in particular, gold and silver, because again, this is more of an investment for people. When the value of the dollar goes down, they put their money into your precious metals, right? Real estate, so on and so forth. Another thing that may be significantly impacted because of the trade wars for all my people who trade indices. So if you're a US 30 person, you got to make sure that you know what you're doing. If you're new to trading US 30, listen, the volatility may be a little bit much for you. It's okay practicing your demo account until you get comfortable with it, okay? NAS 100, same thing. SPS 500, that one is a bit more stable out of the three. But again, you're going to see a bit of shift like you saw today, what I just showed you. You're going to see a bit of a shift, and that's okay. All right, keep those things in mind, as well as Bitcoin for my people who trade cryptocurrency, specifically looking at trading Bitcoin, y'all, Bitcoin is already, cryptocurrency in general is already very volatile. And so even today, I saw it. I looked at it earlier this morning. It was like $76,000, right? When that news hit, Bitcoin jumped up to $83,000. I'm like, it went from 76 this morning to 83, right? So just keep that in mind. The volatility is going to continue to be there, and it's definitely going to be heavy with these trade wars. So if you're not already trading that, I would say proceed with caution, practicing your demo account before you even think about putting money into a live account to trade Bitcoin or any of these indices, honestly. Now, this is the time to be smarter. Some of the things that you can do to help you with it is, number one, adjusting your trading plan. But number two, I would say be a bit more mindful on how you're leveraging, right? So, like, let's say you are used to putting, you have a lot size of like 0.50, right? Okay, if you're used to doing that because you've been gaining and gaining and gaining. Right now, I would say just peel it back a little bit, pull it back a little bit, even if that's bringing it down like 5. So 0.45, 0.40, bring it back a little bit. And also, if anything, y'all, the other thing you can do, you don't have to do, especially you don't have to do it all the time, but what you can do is use your trailing stop loss as well, because especially with news being released, CPI numbers are going to be released tomorrow. Like, when news being released, y'all, everything right now is like kind of upside down in a sense because of these trade wars, y'all. So this is the time to proceed with caution. Don't just not do it out of fear. Just move a little bit different, okay? And if anything, test some stuff out in your demo account first, and then go back into your live. And like I said, just adjust your lot size, adjust, possibly using your trailing stop loss if you find that's helpful for you. Okay. But definitely, I would say adjust your lot size right now during these times until the market plays out, after the tariffs are actually, enacted from the United States. And I'm talking about after the 90 days, so give it like a 6-month period, because you're going to need 90 days and then 90 days after that. So another quarter to see what's going to happen. And that should let you know where we're at. Okay. And if what you're doing is still working, it's just fine, or if you got to make some adjustments, right? So those are just a couple of things that I wanted to make sure everyone is aware of when it comes to Forex news with these tariffs, y'all. So tomorrow, like I said, US, we have the CPI numbers that come out. This is going to impact all of my people that are trading anything paired with the US dollar. Definitely for my gold traders out there, and for my people who trade indices. So US 30, SPS 500, NAS 100, or US Tech, whichever one it is with your broker. All right. And then even Bitcoin, y'all, or cryptocurrencies in general that's paired with just the US dollar, not USDT, but US dollar, right? You're going to need to look at this. I would say if you're not already in the trade, don't jump into a trade during that time, because this is high impact news. Again, it's your money. You can do what you want to do, but that's just a suggestion from me to you. Okay. Because again, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and I am not a licensed trader. So therefore, I don't have the authority to tell you those things. This is just a suggestion from one student to another. Okay. And also, the Australian dollar has some high impact news in the morning. So if you do trade like AUD, USD, or anything along those lines, y'all, 5 a.m. if you're up on the London session, if I were you, I would not be looking to enter a trade at that time with the Australian dollar, because anything can go. Okay. So that is your news for tomorrow. That is your news for tomorrow. So let's go back. Let's go back as you are jumping on. Thank you so very much for joining. And we're about to go back to the charts, so that way we can update this chart and see where the market may go, right? So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Continue to like this video, share this live stream, and also subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed yet and you like what you're hearing, and hit the notification bell as well, so you know when I'm live, especially if you're not part of the Prosperity College community. You want to know when I'm live so you can be here and ask your questions and get your questions answered. Okay, so as of right now, USDJPY is in a buy position, which is what we saw earlier when I showed this to you all. So I'm going to delete this because this is gone. All right, we've done this. Boom. Okay, let me delete this. And also I'm going to update the day because we're on a new day. So let me go to the day chart. And then we're going to update this. So that way I have this. So I see this is one. And this also may determine where the break and close for the buy comes in too. So I always just make it a point to check that out. I know this was at 12 today, so I'll move this out the way so I could see. Oh my gosh, it went all the way down here. Good Lord. So I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna turn this into yellow for my day. There we go. So now I have my day high and I have my day low. I'm just making sure. Okay. And then, like I said, USDJPY had been selling for the longest, but then with the tariff talk today, that's when it just shot up. Price just shot up massively. Okay, so this is where we are right now on the 4-hour. We're in that area, so I'm not gonna change. Looks like I want to see how much it would be from here to the top of this golden zone. So that's gonna let me know if I should make this the break and close for the buy, okay, or I should keep this as the break and close for the buy. So let's do this. That's 41. Let me see. So I actually can make this the break and close. Let me change this. I think this is a line. Oh, that is a line. Let me delete that. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna make this the break and close for the buy because that's 41 pips. You can have like a 15 pip stop loss and still have a risk to reward of 1 to 2. Remember, y'all, for me, I'm day trading. So when you day trade, typically you want to look for a risk to reward of a minimum, bare minimum, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 is even better. Higher than that is outstanding. Okay. But at a bare minimum, 1 to 2. So I'm gonna put break and close. Break and close above buy. And then I'm still gonna keep, I'm gonna probably change this for the sale. So this is gonna be, oh, I should have left that line on there because this can be take profit 1. No, not that one. I'm rushing. Need to slow down. All right. So this is gonna be TP1 for buy because that's 41 pips, right? And then between these two, give or take a pip or two, 47. So I'm going to change this to take profit 2. And then I just adjust the rest of them because they should stay the same. Okay, so this is 3. So it's not much that needs to change. I only just change where the break and close point is going to be. That's the only thing I did. That is all. So we have 5 profit points for buy. For USDJPY, I'm going to change where the sell entry is at, and I'm looking at, looks like here, because I could see how price came here and said it was resistance here, and then it came here and set in support. So this is 3 times that price slowed down here, and it even came up and then pushed back down. So it didn't even continue to move up. Okay, so this is going to be the new break and close for the sale. Break and close for sale. Oops, 2 L's. And there we go. And I'm going to delete that out of here. And we're going to find another profit area in between these two, because this is a very large gap. And I'm looking at this right here because I see price came down here and said, price came down here and said there was a gap. So this is when price opened up on the next day. So got it. I'm going to change this to green. Change this to green. And then this is TP1 for sale. I just want to see how many pips this is. It's got to be like, this is definitely more than 40. Looking at it. It's 50. Oh, and it is back here too. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to leave that one there. Not I'm gonna have to, but I'm going to leave that one there. And then this one is gonna be 2. And then I'm gonna find some in between this O take profit. I'm gonna delete this so I don't have to do it over again. And looks like right in here. That looks like a lot. Let me see. That's probably about 40 pips too. 48. Between the two. So looks good to me on that one. I just want to go back a little bit and see. And if you have any questions, by all means, type it in the chat. I don't see anything. So that's going to be it on the 1 hour. All right. So I got that one. And then I'm going to delete this out of here because that's not going to be it. And this is old too. Okay. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3 for the sale, and then I'm gonna look for one more to have 4. And I don't like that. Well, that's resistance and support. Let me see. I have support here, but it broke all the way down. And then it turned into resistance, so came up. I think because of the amount of pips in between, that's why I don't want to make it too far. Yeah, see, that's almost 40 pips from the previous one. Okay, I'm gonna do this one, this last one down here. One, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. That's a big gap. Oh my gosh. That's like 50 pips too. I don't see price coming all the way down here. So I ain't doing all that. Okay. I'm gonna delete that one. I'm not doing that. So this is the last one. And then this is gonna be TP4 for the sale. So now I've got all of this. So here we go. See the screenshot. Again, if you do just break and close, you're more aggressive. If you do break, close, and retest like this, price comes down, come back up, retest this area, and then pushes down, then you're more of a conservative trader, right? If you do break and close, you're more risky. You're more aggressive. It's not right or wrong. It's what you can handle, okay, as a trader. That's it. That's all. Okay. Break and close is for my aggressive traders. Break, close, and retest is for my conservative traders, right? There you go. So USDJPY is now marked and updated. Then I'm going to update gold. Gold for all my people who, like me, love gold. Just like I showed you guys, price did come down here when I first marked this up on Monday. It came down here and hit the take profit 1 area twice. This was the first time. Then this was the second time over here, okay, before it took off on Tuesday. All right, Tuesday, that's when price started to go up into the buy. So tariff talk happened. you know, and then it went down a bit, but then it's going back to what it was doing, okay, which is buying. So I'm going to leave this as where it is. I'm just going to look to see if we can find, actually, you know what I could do? I can change this. Let me see. This is from where it's at right now to this one is 133 pips. So we will need to see 133 pip move. So I'm going to change this to break and close for the buy. And break and close for buy. Okay, I'm going to delete this one because that's old. And I'm going to delete this. All of this is old. It's already happened. We've established this already. Actually, I want price to break and close. Let's see. Okay. Break and close above here. And then let me see if I need to do a different one. How many pips this is from here to the first one. We're looking at 155 possibly. So y'all, like I said before, when it comes to trading gold, it has moved a bit different for me this year because of how I trade. I use candlestick patterns to trade. And so I've had to actually extend my stop loss. So I used to have like a 60 to 80 pip stop loss when it came to gold because I look for a risk to reward of 1 to 2, right? So some people may say, oh, that's too much or whatever. Well, if you're not looking for a risk to reward of 1 to 2, you're probably not going to have that big of a stop loss, but I am. So I know that gold can definitely hit 150, 160, 200, 300 pips in one day, actually in a couple of hours, depending on the time of day that you get it. Normally between London and New York session, I'm able to get that, right? So in my case, yeah, a 60 to 80 pip stop loss is not that big of a deal. However, now what I've been noticing is, now, Leona, you need to have a bigger stop loss because the market has been a bit more volatile because of all of these trade wars and everything that's been going on with the new president in different countries. So my stop loss has been between like 160. Sometimes, like the highest one I've had is 180. I haven't gone above that, but I did get, you know, almost 400 pips. There was one time where I got over 500 pips, but my stop loss was like 140, 160, something like that. Okay, so yeah, everybody trades different. Like I said, I trade candlestick patterns. So for me, what I would need to see is not just this candle break and close above here, but I need the buy candle to close above here in a bullish candlestick pattern, right? So that means if this candle closes in a buy in the next 25 minutes, then the next candle has to close into a buy above here. Then I could take the trade for a buy. Okay, and that's only if the risk to reward is going to give me a risk to reward of 1 to 2, then I would take it. Okay, if it doesn't, let's say this point doesn't give me a risk to reward of 1 to 2, then I would say, hey, I can make a decision. Excuse me, I can make a decision if I want to use this as an area for my trailing stop to be placed at, and then these other areas are my take profit. Like I could find one of the other areas to be my actual take profit point. Okay. But again, everybody trades different. So I'm going to change this to take profit 1 or buy. And then I'm going to find another area. Oops. I'm going to find another area. Hopefully. But for this, I think I see one. I got, this is, let me change this to this, and I'm going to change this line green. Yep. So 1, 2, I see. And then it was a bit of, oh, and over here too. Okay. See, I could use this one. All right. Let me cut this off because that is annoying me when those ads get on. All right, so this is gonna be TP2 for the buy. And then this previous month high is going to be TP3 for buy, and the previous day high here is going to be TP4. Okay, if it goes past that, awesome. That would be great. All-time high is actually what I'm curious to see if gold continues to make new all-time highs, especially after the announcement of these tariffs being put on hold. Okay. For some of the countries anyway, not all. China is still active, but some countries there's a hold as far as the amount. Okay, and so now I need to find a new sale area for, let's see if price jumps breaks down into a sale. Okay, so I'm gonna do. mm, Let me see if I can find. Nope. So I do need to do up here where I was looking. Let me see. So we got price came down here a lot, and then let me see. It broke that one though. That's why I was gonna put it at. Okay, so this is the break and close for the sale. Break and close. Oops, close for sale. Well, when I be trying to type fast, I be making so many typos on this thing. It's ridiculous. Okay, so now I'm going to find new take profit areas. Since we are up here now, so I'm looking at right in here. I just got to see how many pips this is real quick. So again, y'all, the reason why my take profit points are a bit larger is because I look for risk to reward of 1 to 2 as a day trader. So that's 225. That's a lot. I gotta find something closer than that. Let me see if I can find something closer. That might be too close. Let me see. Let's see how many this is. All right, we might get lucky. We might get lucky. Might get lucky. I just want to see something. Uh-oh, that's too close. All right, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. I'll be looking in a second. Um, okay, yeah, so that looks good. Let me see how many pips this is in between the two. So that's 61, 62, and then that's about 70, 72, 73, because I was off a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to do one more, and that'll give us 4 for the sale, and that's only if price pushes down, and I'm looking right here. Because I'm pretty sure there was a bit of support in here. Oh my gosh, this is like a lot of resistance. Okay, it's back here. Jeez. All right. Support is back there. So support back here, 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 and then it started turning into resistance up here. Okay. So that's a lot of action on this one. So I'm going to do all the take profit points. Remember, y'all, the one thing that I do is I'm looking for opportunities for sale. I'm looking for risk to reward of 1 to 2. If it doesn't give me that, I can make adjustments, and I'm going to go through that here in a second. Just let me type these in. I know I could copy and paste, y'all, but then I feel like by the time I do the copy and the paste, I'll be done with typing. And so, sometimes you just do what you do. All right. So again, I'm gonna run through this one more time. So for my people who are aggressive traders, you're just looking for a break and close, okay? If you are more of a conservative trader, you're gonna look for break, close, retest, okay? Now that's what you want to see. You want to see price break up, come back down, test this area again, and then push back up. Bam, you are good to go to enter the trade, okay? In the sale, same thing. Break and close is for my people who are more aggressive. Break, close, and retest for my people who are more conservative. You know who you are. You know your risk tolerance. Stick with that. Don't go against what you know and what you feel 100% you are. If you know that you're not that super risky, then guess what? Be conservative. It's okay. Sometimes the trade is going to run off without you. Don't jump into it. There's a whole lot of stuff that you can trade, y'all. Okay? I'm marking up 3 things tonight. All right, so we shouldn't have any issues with finding something to trade, okay? So again, break, close, retest for my conservative folks, break and close for my aggressive people, all right? And again, I look for a risk to reward of at least 1 to 2. At least 1 to 2, meaning if my stop loss is going to be like 140 pips, because this is how the market has been going when it pertains to gold. And that means that I need a take profit in the area of 280 to 300 pips, somewhere in there, right? Can I see that? If I can see that, cool. If I can't see that, let's say this one doesn't give me that, but Take Profit 3 does. Here's what I can do. I'm not telling you what to do because I'm not a licensed trader. I'm a student. Here's what I can do. What I can do is say, oh, okay, well, guess what? This is going to be my actual take profit point, or Take Profit 4 is going to be my actual take profit point. But I'm going to use these areas as places where I can move my stop loss into profit. So when price surpasses my first take profit 1 point, because this is my actual one, when price moves past take profit 1, guess what my stop loss is going to do? I'm just going to give y'all the illustration. So let's say my stop loss is down here. I'm going to change this to red. Red means stop for me. So let's say price moves up in here, right? Then I will do what? I will move my stop loss here. Okay, I'm trying to put it on there. Got it? When price moves above that take profit 2, if I want to, I can move my stop loss into profit up here. You don't have to, you can. But if it were me and I know that I'm anticipating price going all the way up here, this is going to be my stop and profit, period. I'm not going to move it up and up and up. I'm not going to do that. I'm more than likely going to move it here. I've secured the bag no matter what. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense and that helps somebody out. Okay? Again, you don't have to do that. That's just an option if these take profit points are not going to give you that risk to reward of 1 to 2. Okay? So there's that. So now we have gold complete. And then the last one is USD. Well, I did that one already. Okay. SPS 500. That's the one. Bam. Okay. So I'm going to do SPS 500. I'm going to update the day. Oh, hold on. Let me get this stuff off of here. So this is old. This is from Monday. We already went over that. I already discussed that. So I could delete this and then I could update today. All right. So now I'm going to go to the day, update this. And let me move this out the way. And that means my break and close for buy is definitely going to change. Okay, yeah, let me do that. And then I'm going to change the one for the low. That's this right here. Boom. Okay. And I need to get this off of here. There we go. Get that off of here. Okay. So, oops. All right. So on the 4 hour, I'm seeing that we've had price did come down here twice, push up, which we know from the whole tariff. Let me move this back over here. Uh-oh, did I lock? I locked it by accident. Okay, this is from the tariffs. And then, so it looks like this is going to be my break and close still. And it's 500. Let me see here. So from here to here, 86. So this is a supply zone. So price could potentially push down into a massive sell, but it's the tariff stuff is just it's so unique, and so I'm still gonna leave these as potential profit areas. But I would say definitely be cautious with this because anything could happen. It could go into a sell-off. Okay. And if that risk to reward is not there for you, definitely make it a point to look at something that's more so going to make you feel better about taking that trade and giving you the risk to reward that you're looking for. Okay, now if you're a scalper, you probably like, yeah, I'm in there. I'm good. Okay, I get it. I hear you. Okay, but for my day traders and swing traders, then y'all know what it is. Okay, so oh my gosh, like this way back here. Golly. Okay. So this is another one. So this will be 4. So we'll have 4 areas. Let me change this to green. There we go. Cool. So now we got 4. And we have the break and close. Bam. And then for the sale, I definitely want to see, because this is coming from the, this is from the tariffs today. I need to move this over here. This is from the tariffs today. So below, change this to white, and then it's going to be break and close for the sale. Because this is a golden zone. So if price does come back in here and play around, we need to see a break and close below here. Okay, so this is going to be totally different. I'll move this up. All girls get down on the floor. Get down on the floor. And I will say this, y'all, there is a possibility of price pushing down because this is a very big impulsive move. So this is a full imbalance here. This is a massive imbalance. Okay. So price should feel this. The win is a matter of question. Okay, so that's only one. Let me see if I could see if I see more in the back here somewhere. Oh my gosh, really? Oh my God. I'm probably gonna have to go to the 4-hour because this isn't letting me. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna go to the 4-hour. Jeez Louise. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's it right there. There it is. Okay, so that's better. And then I'm almost finished. Uh, yeah, I hear the kid. I gotta hurry up. She wants me to be done now. All right, so that would be 3 according to the 4-hour. Actually, that looks better. And then this is the last one. This is gonna be 4. Where is it at? No, that was it. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more, and then that'll be it, and we'll be done with SPX 500. For sale. And there we go. Now I could change this back to the 1-hour. And actually, to be honest, like seriously, because this is such an impulsive move, I could see price coming down to this previous week low here. Okay. Or at least a little bit above that, because this starts to imbalance here. This candle right here. This starts to imbalance. And then the bottom of this red candle here closes that imbalance. So this is a very large imbalance based on the news. Okay, so I'm going to save this, and then you can screenshot, save that. There you go. You can save that, and you'll be good to go. Okay. All right, so that's it. Those are the 3. I went over SPX 500. I went over gold. I went over USD, JPY. Those are our 3. Say hi to the kid. Hi. Okay. So we're gonna wrap this up because that is it. We talked about tariffs. I made sure you guys have a kind of plan of action based off of what is going on. Y'all, please be careful out here in these markets. Not telling you not to do anything. I'm not telling you to be fearful. I'm just telling you to pay attention to what the market is showing you. Okay, and adjust your plan accordingly. So if you are new, if you are curious about trading in the foreign exchange market, and you're like, I don't want to spend a lot of money because I don't have a lot of money to spend. I just want to see if this is for me. Number one, coming on these free sessions is your way to see, is this something that I can learn? Is this something I'm willing to learn? That's number one. And number two, if you are really curious, like, okay, I'm on the live session, but I'm really curious, then you can go to the FOREX starter kit. Y'all, I dropped the price all the way down. We're talking about over 80% discount because I know that people need help. I know that people have been losing out on opportunities. Some people's investment accounts, 401k, so on and so forth, are down like tremendously. Not everybody is blessed to be in a position where they're still seeing their portfolios up and green, right? Not everybody's there. So pushing the price down for now to help you all offset some of these higher price things is the best thing that I feel I can do with what I have and what I've been blessed with and the skill that I'm passing on to other people. So a couple of things that you're going to get with this FOREX starter kit before we wrap. Number one, you're going to get 4 modules of trading basics. We're talking about every bit, like all the basic stuff that you hear, terminology that you hear. Like these are the things that you're going to learn about. You're going to get quizzes after each module. You will get homework too, okay? Even though I'm not there physically to check it, you will get homework because going into the next lesson, you want to make sure that you have a really good understanding of what was taught, right? You're going to get trading, reading material, and after you complete the starter kit, you're going to get a certificate of completion, okay? So it's showing that, hey, I put in the work and I did what I was supposed to do, All right, so those are just a few things that I wanted to share with you. Last thing, y'all, right now I'm keeping this on Wednesdays. I'm telling y'all, I'm being honest. I I'm gonna say, y'all see, I have a 5-year-old, right? I have a husband, I have a family. And so what I do not want to do is take away too much time from my family if what I'm sharing is not helping you. So if it's not helping you, if you feel it's not helping you and the numbers are reflecting that it's not helping, then guess what? I will not do it anymore. And I would just go on about my day and continue to trade by myself and spend more time with my family. You would like that, wouldn't you? No?
Only spend more time with you.
You're my family.
Mom,
Yes.
your headphones are under there.
Okay. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do this for a few more weeks. And guys, if y'all are letting me know via the numbers, letting me know that this is not really helpful for you, if the comments are not coming through, if the engagement is not coming through, then I'll just, get back to doing what I was doing long before, and that's trade by myself and spend more time with my family. So that way I don't have to hear. So I don't have to hear. I'm ready for you to come play with me. Okay. So that's it, y'all. I need you guys to she's on one. See, that's how I know she's ready. It's almost bedtime because she starts getting riled up. So here's the thing, y'all. I want to leave you. Okay. So I'm gonna leave y'all with my favorite quote, and that's from the legend. His name is Arthur Ashe, and he says to start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. I'll see y'all next Wednesday. Okay, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. You want to say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
See y'all next week.
And